How we doing, everybody, and welcome back to another story thingy timey with me, your guy, the dude, Howie, this guy. This week, I am going to tell you a little bit about a person who is, people say a lot like me in many ways, but I find myself to be devilishly more handsome. I don't know, people like to say that me and my little brother seem to be a lot alike. I don't see any sort of similarities whatsoever. Me and my little brother, that's what we're talking about today. Do you guys have siblings? If you have siblings, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. So, what about my little brother? Well, I'm going to tell you a story of how you probably shouldn't treat your siblings. Growing up, me and my little brother didn't exactly get to live together a whole bunch. I mean, you know, family and whatnot. My mom went and did her own thing. My dad went and did their own thing. That's a whole different story. But the time that me and my little brother did spend together was absolutely great. Back in the day, we would come up to visit my dad, and my little brother would absolutely love to try to spend time with us. And as any bigger brother would do, I would show him exactly why he shouldn't love to spend time with me at all. Do you guys ever have that moment where you get your little sibling and they just want to spend time with you, and you're just like, oh God, can't do this? Me and my older sister would often like to torment our little siblings. And now I'm not saying that this is the greatest thing ever, but hey, it makes for good YouTube content, doesn't it? What did we used to do to my little brother? My little brother loved to try to make me happy, which I have no idea why he would do such a terrible thing. We would use that against him and when I say we, mostly me. We would come up with some interesting ways to torment this poor individual. So when we were all young and living together, one of our favorite tricks was to make things seem a lot better than they were, to try to get him to do dumb stuff. So, like, for example, we would be like, hey, we're gonna go to Disneyland. And you're like, oh, we wanna come. We would lock ourselves in the bathroom, me and my older sister, and they'd be like, no, we want to come with you to Disneyland. I don't know how they thought we were getting to Disneyland in the bathroom. Well, maybe it's because we told them that we were going to flush ourselves down the toilet to Disneyland. And we would hide out in the bathroom for way too much time and flush the toilet and be like, we're going to Disneyland. Ooh. And they're like, no, take us with you. So we then would take them into the bathroom. Okay, it's time to go to Disneyland. Gotta flush yourself down the toilet, right? They're like, all right, let's do this. So we grabbed my little brother. And I remember at one point, we actually had him over the toilet by his legs. And we're going to put him down the toilet to go to Disneyland, but my dad decided to put a firm stop to that. Oh man, good times, good times. Another time though that I remember fondly with me and my little brother, we also decided to make like little events for them, like haunted houses. And so I don't know why we'd make haunted houses. It wouldn't even be Halloween time. And me and my older sister would make different little haunted houses for him. They'd come through and make him cry. It was great. It was great stuff. But no. Do you think my little brother was completely innocent? Not at all. There was one time where I was just out in the horse corral helping my dad and I, minding my own business. Suddenly, my head hurt very, very badly. I don't know what happened because, you know, like it kind of knocked the sense out of me. But I looked around and realized that there was a rock that had been thrown at my head from my little brother. And I remember looking over and seeing the look on his face, and it was a look of,
wow, I can't believe I hit him.
And
uh-oh.
So he takes off running naturally, and I was about to catch up with him and throw him in the ditch. Again, my father and his mother, my stepmom, saved his life, which is probably a good thing because I was going to throw him in the ditch when the water running. He was going. So, you know, to this day, I asked him why. Why would you pick up a rock that big and just chuck it at my head when I was not doing anything to you at all? You know, he can't really answer that. He's like, I don't know. I wanted to see if I could hit you. Fair enough. Why am I talking about my little brother? It's kind of an interesting thing growing up separate from a part of your family like that. Having done so, I haven't got to spend a whole crazy amount of time with him, but in our later years, I've moved back around him and got to spend some time with him and realized what an interesting little person this guy's become. Everybody's always telling me how much they see me in him, or he's, I think he's completely his own person. It's great. It's weird because, it's a reality check sometimes. Just to tell you how old you feel, I guess. He's getting married. He has found his love of his life and proposed to her. Now, if that doesn't make you feel old, I don't know what will. I figure I ought to tell some embarrassing stories, just to get him out there about him. And I'm sure he'll appreciate this being on the internet forever. But hey, you know what? It's great. No, but me and him have done some crazy fun stuff together. I'll tell you about a hunting trip that we took one time. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a hunter. I know how to use a gun because, I grew up with my dad, but I'm not a great hunter. I don't know if he is either. But, hey, we were going hunting. My dad's like, drive him around, take him out, and show him around. And I was like, okay. And so he's like, oh, drive over here. And apparently he had some permission from a farmer to go and shoot a doe and whatnot, so that was fine. This is probably gonna be a lot of things that you people will point out that are wrong. We're driving around, it's getting dusk, and he sees some does out in the field. He's like, pull over, and I pull over, and he leans across the hood of the car and shoots at this doe that's out in this field, which I'm from the road, which apparently is a bad thing to do. You shouldn't do that. He takes a shot at this doe and actually hits the thing. I was impressed because this was a great shot. Doe piles up. There it is. And so I was like, okay, great. I got him, or he got him. That was the end of his hunting trip. That was easy. Go drive around and there's your doe. And so he's like, yeah, he's all excited. I'm excited for him. We walk out into this field, and from nowhere, from the mists of the edge of this field, I hear, do you have permission to be out in that field? And we can't see anyone. We look around and there's no one there. Not a soul. And so he just yells, yeah! And the voice yells back from nowhere, I don't think you do. So naturally, we're both spooked. He's like, okay, let's get the doe, get out of here, because we can't see anybody. So we grab this doe, right, and we start dragging it back to the car and throw it, because we had to go across like this little ditch. We throw it into the ditch, it's soaked, we drag it back out of the ditch, and here comes this guy on this four-wheeler, and he's mad. I'm assuming he was mad because he wanted to shoot at those doe, because it was hunting season, he was full camo, and he's like, what in the hell do you guys think you're doing? And Child's like, hey, we were just shooting this deal. I have permission to be on this land, which he did. He had permission from the farmer to be out there. But he's like, you can't shoot from the road. And he goes, don't you think you ought to get off and walk? Meanwhile, this guy is on his four-wheeler. And Child's like, yeah, I'm sorry, and he's trying to come up with excuses, so I pipe up and I'm like, I'm sorry, it's my fault. I'm the older brother. I don't know what I'm doing because I'm from Vegas and I've never really done this, so I apologize. Next time we'll do better. And this kind of simmered him down. He's like, yeah, you need to have more respect and get off and walk. You can't shoot from the road and ... And meanwhile, we're trying not to crack up because he's sitting on a four-wheeler. He's been driving up and down the road and was gonna do the same damn thing that we did, but he just didn't get to it first. So he takes off, and Challen at this point is spooked. He's like, we need to get out of here. And I'm like, okay, let's go. So what are we going to do with this deer? Well, in the meantime, I didn't mention that we weren't in a truck. We were in a car. We were in a Century Buick. So what do we do with the deer? Well, can't gut it right there because, Challen's freaking out, thinks we were going to get in trouble. So we stuffed this thing. I remember having to, stuff this thing into the back seat of the Century Buick. And now it wasn't in the trunk because the trunk was full of some blankets. I don't know why. But it was in the back seat. So we're cramming it in there, slammed the door. This thing's barely fitting in there at all. And we drive off, and Challen goes, well, that was weird. And we just laughed so hard the whole way home. Oh, it was great. This kid that is just such a goob and was such a goob growing up that would believe anything I say. I told him that I was Harry Potter and my cousin was Ron and that we went to Hogwarts, and he'd buy it up, man. He'd eat it up and be like, yeah, you guys are cool. You guys are awesome. I don't know why this kid thought that we were so awesome, because we weren't, but man, he loved it anyway. I guess what I'm just trying to say is it's just so cool to see your family grow up, even though you haven't, because you're still making videos on the internet for a hobby. He's getting married, and I've been in shock about it. Looking at it, I'm like, man, I'm old. What am I doing with my life? Well, I'm trying to get you to like, comment, and subscribe. That's what I'm doing with my life. So, if you guys have any funny stories with your siblings, older brother, little brother, younger sister, let me see them. Put them down in the comments. Leave me a funny story. Or just like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell either. I guess that's where we'll leave story time this week with Howie. And to my little brother, you're an awesome person, and I'm so excited for you to start your life with this person who you love, and I wish you the best. So, sorry if this embarrassed you at all. If it did, then you better like, comment, and subscribe. I don't know what to tell you. You guys have an awesome day. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.